Hi, this is Jason Maycumber with Lavender Bouquet Photography, and this is the review of the Flashpoint FP RL-600B. The bottom of the flash has a very nice connector for your stands to hook up onto. It's all metal. You have your device to tighten it up on the stand, as well as your tilt. The tilt has a little spring lever system like most systems do, and can get actually really tight, so you can actually put heavier light modifiers on this as well. The casing on it itself is actually all metal as well. The front and back are plastic, but a fairly dense plastic, and the buttons on the front are fairly strong as well. Right here is the LED modeling lamp, which is, I think, is about 70 watts. And then here's the flash tube. Around the flash tube is actually a casing. This is to protect the tube from getting hit by any modifier you put on. Here's a lever for the Bones connector. Also, here is the diffuser that goes onto the reflector. This reflector is 5 1/4 inches. It's a little bit smaller than standard reflectors that I've seen. You can also, buy other reflectors online of different sizes. The diffuser just pops right on, but I like that it's actually small because it makes it portable as well. And here is the back of the flash with the optical slave sensor. Also, the battery is there, as you can see. And here is the manual with all the specs. This flash is a 600 watt second flash, so it's fairly powerful. You cannot plug it into the wall, so it's all battery. So if you run out, you're out of luck and you have to charge the battery to use it. This flash hypersyncs at 1/8000th of a second. The battery will last up to about, I think it says about 600 shots full power before the battery drains fully. It's a pretty incredible flash. Here is the case that it comes with, and the case is well built. It's a very nice case. I'm not used to actually having a case come with my flashes that is actually of this quality most of the time. Everything's made out of metal, and here's the clasp. As you can see, you have the little zipper that actually goes around the bag, because there's actually, the casing actually has a bag around it, and then you have your little separators. I hold 3 of my triggers in there, and they're those Godox Celis 3s. I have 2 newers as well, they're the same brand. And the spare battery, as well as the battery charger. And the battery, I failed to mention, is actually a li-poly battery, so it should last fairly long, and they actually dated on the side to let you know how old the battery is, so that's pretty awesome. So let's have a look, see the back of this thing, go through all the functions. So you hold down the power and it will actually count down to you. Right now it's in manual and it's at the lowest setting. Now here's the positive button, which brings up the power of the flash. So you could bring that up in 1/3 increments. And I'm bringing it back down, 1/3 increments. And it'll go all the way down to 1/28. And the flash duration is fairly fast with this flash. It's kind of like the Einsteins. And here is your stroboscopic mode. So that's pretty cool. Here is your optical, and that's optical 1 or 2. Now you can change it to fast mode or slow mode, and the difference is about a second on recycling times. And you can turn off the wireless system and you can bring it back on. This is to change the dip switch settings on the flash to pair up with the trigger. And there's 15 channels. Number 15 is kind of the all trigger, so it doesn't matter what settings the other flashes are in, 15 will fire all channels. So I'm turning off the sound, and there's the light I'm turning off. So you have the options to turn those off. And there's the flash going on. And this is how I get it into Hypersync mode. You just hit the set button and the I button, and it'll discharge the capacitor for you. So it'll only go to 1/16 power. That is the only thing it'll do in Hypersync up to full power. Now here's the modeling lamp. I turned off the light so you guys can see. So there's the light on the back of the flash, and there's the modeling lamp. Now you can set the modeling lamp so it'll go to sleep, or you can have it continuously on. Next is the trigger, and it uses a 3-volt lithium CR2032 battery, and it's fairly well built. It uses a 1-pin hot shoe mount, so it'll work with most cameras. If you hold down the button, it'll power on. Alright, so let's have a look at the trigger itself. Right now I have it connected to the Celis 2. I think later on I called it the Celis 3, but it's the Celis 2. The C on it actually represents for Canon. And so I'm messing with it right now, and the positive on the trigger allows me to bring up the power, and I could turn on the modeling lamp as well with the little modeling lamp button. You can test fire the flash, and you can bring down the power as well. And if you hold it down, it'll just keep on running down through the settings for you. And there's the flash going off with the test. Now this is a 2.4 gigahertz trigger, and it can go for I think about 80 meters before the signal starts dying off. Now this is full power. Once that stops blinking, there's your recycle time. And if we go to fast mode, it's a little bit quicker. Now, I really don't know what the difference is between the fast and slow, or what it's doing inside, I mean. Also, with the Celis 2C trigger, if you put the trigger on top of it, it will actually activate the FP trigger, even if you don't power it on manually. Which I think is actually kind of cool. I don't know why that wasn't in the manual somewhere. So here we are, and I was just going to show you what Hypersync is, and this is a Canon 6D. And I'm just bringing it up to 1000. I don't have a card in the camera or a lens on, but I'm just showing you that it's sending the signal out. So I'm going to show you guys some photos of the Canon 6D with the 85mm 1.8 Canon lens on. The first image is shot at f2.2 at 1/2500th of a second at ISO 100. The next shot is f4 shot at 1/2000th at ISO 100. This shot was 3.5 at 1/500th. This shot was taken at f4 at 1/1600th. I'd like to thank anyone who's watching this review on the Flashpoint FP RL-600B by Adorama, and they're selling for about $600. So if you like the flash, go over there and go buy yourself one. So thanks again. Bye.